Today on the channel, our deep dives continue into the Jakks Classic Superstar line with the Ringside Collectible exclusive Icon versus Legend 1 of 3000 Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Ringside Collectibles 1 of 3000 Icon versus Legend 2-pack with Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan. But for all your modern day Ringside Collectible exclusives and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, this is an interesting one here. Of course, they had quite the feud back in the day, Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan. Shawn kind of during his return to wrestling era, and then Hulk Hogan kind of on his final stand in wrestling era, I guess we'd call it. And we also remember this from, of course, Shawn Michaels overselling everything of the Hulkster, just going absolutely crazy. So quite the controversial match at the time. I don't know if it's looked over fondly all these years later, but two heavy hitters, two Hall of Famers in the same pack, and guys from the same era but feel like they're from different eras in some ways here with Shawn Michaels and HBK. Now, of course, this was a Ringside Collectibles exclusive back in the day. I remember passing on this at first, and then after like a month or so, finally pulling the trigger, because for a while I said, okay, I'm collecting the Classic Superstars that only have the Classic Superstars packaging, box sets like this that have the logo but not the packaging, I'm passing on. Then I broke my rules, I picked them up, and then I sold all the boxes. I went back and said, I don't want the boxed ones, just the ones that look like classics. Then I went back many years later, rebought them all over again, and now here I am rebuying them again just to open them again. So some of these classic sets I've had numerous times over the years. This is going to be the last dance, the last fiasco of these, and I'm going to unbox this one. And of course, the only way to do that is to do it like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's look at the packaging on this. Like I said, you got the Classic Superstars logo down here. Very small, very faint, but it is there, making it classic. You got HBK there. HBK looking really like a reject from a Ring Rage line or something. Not too special here. Same with the Hulkster. A little bit more bells and whistles with him over Shawn, I do think. WWE logo as well. Glamour shots of both of them over on the side. You got Shawn Michaels on this side. Hulk still rules on this side, brother. And then on the back, you got the cross-sell, the promotion, all that kind of stuff. No blurbs, anything like that going on. It does say Ringside Collectibles Icon vs. Legend exclusive. 1 of 3000. How about that? And on the back, Ruthless Aggression Series 16, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, Batista, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle. Talk about a Hall of Fame lineup right there. Then they're promoting the championship belts down below and the classic belts. And then you got the official scale ring being promoted with all the Classic Superstars figures inside. This was a 2005 product, is when this was an exclusive too. So very interesting there. We do got a steel chair. I missed that on the look, but let's pull this out, see what's going on. Let's dive into it, see what all the fuss is about with this pack, because let me tell you, there's been some fuss, brother, especially on the match back in the day. What do we got for a background? Anything special? Nothing special back there. Just same old, just a black background. So off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, I didn't know this was a part of it, so we'll dive into that as well. You got the plastic prison looking good. How about that? There it is. Pull all this stuff out. We'll take a look at these accessories here first. There's Shawn. Pull him out. Pull out the Hulkster, brother. We got to pull out the Hulkster, and then we got his glasses too. See you. Oh, not again. Whoops. And we're back. I guess I've been a really good shot or a really bad shot, depending how you look at it lately. But whoops, knocking over the camera again. I've done that twice this week. It's probably happened about 10 times in the 2,000 plus videos we've done here. So it doesn't happen a whole lot, so a little special one here in this unboxing. But let's dive in. Let's look at the accessories here first. Put the Hulkster. We know those are him. I guess this is kind of a neutral accessory. But then I did not know we got the bandanas, or I guess I should say the boas. See you later. Goodbye. We got the boas with the Hulkster here. We've seen these before with, didn't we see? No, actually. Ooh, we're shedding all over the place, but we've seen these with Billy Graham. We've seen him with the Hollywood Hulk Hogan before, but never in the yellow and red in the Classic Superstars line, I don't believe. So It's interesting. I'm not a huge fan because they shed everywhere. They got almost like a pipe cleaner type feel to them, and they really do kind of dwarf the figure when you get them. Of course, we'll have some glamour shots of this as well, but definitely shedding all over the place. Not a huge fan of that. We do get the steel chair here, and it's just a steel chair. They said, what else can we throw in? What do we got in the pile of accessories? Oh, we're running long on steel chairs. Let's throw those in. So we do get that. So we got the gray steel chair here. Let's look at the Shawn Michaels figure, then we'll break into the Hulk Hogan figure. And like I said, this feels like just a random reject from a Jack's Off the Rope set, this Shawn Michaels. Really nothing too special with it. He does got the black elbow pads, of course, and that's it as far as accessories with the figure. We do get the tattoo, thankfully, on there. We've seen this Shawn Michaels head numerous times over the years. Nothing too special with that. Legs go up. You got the bend there, back and forth at the ankle, up and down. Single jointed elbows, bicep cut, arm does go around, back and forth on the hands. You do get the Fist of Fury and a gripping hand on Shawn here. You get waist articulation, and then you get the head. So, usual Jack's Ruthless Aggression style articulation. Same articulation going to be on the Hulkster here, so we won't have to walk through that. But it does look like Shawn Michaels, just nothing really special. I don't know if a shirt or something would have added to this, but they spent the budget on the Hulkster is what they did. With the pipe cleaner boas going there. We do get some accessories with him, like this Hollywood Hogan weight belt. Now, we've seen this weight belt in a lot of figures before. This one is painted on Hollywood, so it is specific for the Hulkster. Looks good in red here. And then we do get sunglasses, and I believe these sunglasses might even go back to the R3 Rikishi days. I think it's the same sunglasses as that, but yellow and black, very cool sunglasses, especially for the time around 2004, 2005, 2003. I even had a pair of these yellow sunglasses too. They were all the rage back then. You had to be there about 20 years ago or whatever it's been since then. But do look good, and I will put those on the Hulkster as well. Then we get the Hulkster here. A lot of reuse, a lot of the body molds we've seen of the Hulkster in the past, but we do get a nice, soft, good shirt. Sometimes they did amazing soft, good shirts. Sometimes they leave something to be desired. This is totally fine for me, and this goes on just like a regular shirt. This is one you just pull off him if you want to. No Velcro, anything like that on it. Would have loved to seen a Fist of Fury on the Hulkster, but wasn't in the cards here. But you got the good Hulkster head. No doubt that's Hulk Hogan, of course. Got the brown and the blonde and the beard looking nice. The long hair in the back. The bandana sculpted on here. Of course, we had seen the removable bandana in the past. This is the more sculpted on. We've seen this a few different times. No issues with this one. Really no issues with either of them. I think both do work, and I'm sure for cost cutting, this was a little cheaper to go with all the extra bonuses in this pack, of course. Articulation, same as Shawn Michaels as we talked about. We did get the red knee pads on here. We get the very kind of flamboyant tights on it. Always loved Hogan in these tights too. They really did pop, I always felt. Love the red knee pads as well on here. And then the flame boots look good. Then you got the Hulkster picture on the top of the boots looking really nice. Just an all-around good representation of, I wouldn't say the most classic match of either guy's career, and I'm sure if either of these guys had to do it and change it over, they'd probably do some things differently, try to make things go a little bit smoother in the ring those nights facing each other. But really oil and water, the Hulkster and Shawn Michaels, I guess, and represented here in action figure form. Quite the two-pack, almost feels like a dream match two-pack that you never thought you'd see, and it still feels weird these two wrestled to me. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But very cool pack at the end of the day. Very cool to have this loose in my collection once again. Actually, for the first time in my collection. I've had it mint on card. I've never had it out of the box until today. But an interesting set, and one that's getting harder and harder to track down, of course. 1 of 3,000 Ringside Collectible exclusive. That is going to be the case, but I'm happy to have it here in my collection. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? Did you pick this up? Did you have this one? Did you own it numerous times like me? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day, and then some. Oh yes, and then some. Even more content for you, like including videos like this much earlier, sometimes years earlier, if you can believe that, over on the Patreon. And the Patreon is, of course, your best way to support the channel and all the content. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt, and then don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels and the Ringside exclusive 1 of 3,000 pack, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.